Hello everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Jan Dyer. Listen, tonight we are making a delicious blueberry pie. I thought about it because right now in our stores, and I'm not sure where they're coming in from, but these blueberries are gorgeous. They're big and they're plump, and I thought that would be fabulous. So I hunted out a really good recipe. I've made it a couple of times, but I don't make blueberry pie very often. And I don't know why, because it is delicious. So let me tell you where we're at right now. We're going to be in a hot oven, 425, but just for 15 minutes. So that's where I've got my oven set, 425. 4 cups of blueberries, and I started these an hour ago. They want you to set them in a cup of sugar, and it's for an hour. So that's where we're at with that. I already have my pie crust rolled out, my Pillsbury. But it's fabulous in this. It's wonderful. Okay, so there we've got the pie shell ready. We're going to do a lattice top on it. A couple of y'all have told me that you've had trouble with them. We're going to do it together. Super easy. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. So, to our 4 cups of blueberries that are already kind of soaked up all that sugar. Really, these berries are sweet on their own, but that just helps. And I thought about this the other day. I could have made this sugar-free, and I think I will try a sugar-free one because there's a really good sweetener. It's Swerve, and I have gotten that and used that as a sugar substitute. It's really good. Didn't have enough to do that with this one today, but I will try it and I will let you know. Okay, to our 4 cups of blueberries, we have got everything set in here, but I've got it measured out for us. We've got 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, which I have right here. Then we need a tablespoon of lemon juice. And I wanted to show y'all my little lemon squeezer. If you don't already have one of these, you need to pick it up. They actually have them for oranges too. I don't have one for that, but I use this for my limes and my lemons. You just take your lemon, slice it. Had to get out the big knife because I didn't have my knife. You take this, open it up, and it looks like you'd set it this way, but you don't. You set it the other way. That way it's going to press out the juice. I've got us a little measuring cup to press it into. It just comes right out the bottom. That way you don't have to worry about seeds or anything. Squeeze it really good. I really rolled this lemon a little bit. See if I could get a little more active. I think we have plenty of juice in there, but there's no reason not to go ahead and squeeze this one out. We just need a tablespoon. So that's going in here. I'm going to tell you what all's going in, then we'll do it all at once. Then we have 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. So I have that in here, just a little bit of cinnamon. And we're going to put in a pinch of nutmeg. And y'all have seen me use this before, my little microplane that comes from Russellville, Arkansas. And it just calls for a pinch. So, let me get these out of our way. Here's our lemon juice. I'm going to put the pinch of nutmeg in the cornstarch. You just run it across here. Well, that is a delicious smell. Kind of reminds me of the holidays because truthfully that's about the only time I use nutmeg. But just a pinch of nutmeg and then just a pinch of salt. So we're going to put our cinnamon in there. We're going to get our tablespoon lemon juice. We're going to go ahead and put it in here. Get that out of here. Our other things, it's just the cornstarch, cinnamon, nutmeg. We've already put the lemon juice in. That is looking really good. That sauce that it's making is purple. So you just mix this around till you don't see cornstarch anymore. And we're going to, told you we're going to do our lattice crust. I'm making room so I can get it over here. Trying trying to do more than one thing at a time, I'll forget what I'm doing, so I better focus. Okay, the berries are perfect. We're going to put them in this prepared pie crust. If you make your own pie crust, you know, by all means do. This has just always been my go-to. Kind of a shortcut in a way, but it is. It's delicious. Okay, let's set that over and pull our, it's just a little marble piece I have that I can do my pie shell on. Another one of our handy dandy pie crusts. Come on now. Y'all had a good day? It was a short day for me today because I had to do some grocery shopping and some running around. So, but I got a house under contract, so it was a good day. Got a little bit of flour on this. I'm not really going to even roll this out because I just need it to be able to cover this pie. Roll it around just a little bit. What we're going to do is cut this in strips. And don't worry if there's a little flour left on here. We're actually going to do a little egg wash on it and put a little sugar on it once we get it on the pie. So, we're going to try to cut even strips. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, that's one thing that we've learned cooking together. Perfect's just overrated, isn't it? Because it's going to taste good. These got a little bit thicker on the end and a little bit thinner on your side. But like I said, that'll be all right. Once I get these all cut, I'll move this out of the way so you can see how easy it is. The trick that I have found is to go one way first. Get all my slat across this way. So I'm going to start in the middle. And sometimes what I'll do is take every other one. These are plenty long. I don't have to worry. Sometimes you get to that point where, you know, you may have so many that one of your strips isn't quite long enough. These are plenty long. Either way you go. Okay, looks like that's going to be a good number for us. 5. Turn your pie one way here. All we have to remember is every other strip is how the lace goes. Okay, let me see. We're just going to lie them this way. Look here, we're going to start right there. Put these 2 flaps down. We're just going to take the ones that were down and flip them up. Does that make sense? You'll see it when I lay these down. Isn't that pretty? Okay, because you've got these on top, these go back. It's really simple, and I promise once you get to doing it, it'll make sense. I can't remember who was having such a hard time with it, but super simple. Okay, these are down, so fold them up. Lay us in a strip. Fold it down. So all you have to remember is they always go on top when you're working with them. One more over here. Let's go this way. And you do have a little bit hanging over. You know, if you want, cut it off. If you don't want to cut it off, just kind of fold it under. I think I'm just going to kind of break it off, the long ones, for lack of having a knife. However, I thought I was all prepared. But this works perfectly. And when I get this done, we'll just do a little tuck. And once we do that, I'll show you our last step. This pie is going to cook 425 for just 25 minutes. And then we're going to back it down to 375. And when we do that, it's still 30 to 35 minutes. So see what I'm doing here? I'm just coming over where we have these crusts coming to the edge. I'm just going to crimp them into the pie. We're not going to have to worry about this one bubbling over. It's 4 cups of berries, but it seemed like they settled down quite a bit, but it's going to be delicious. I have my cookie sheet ready with a little foil on it, which is never a bad thing to do when you're putting something in the oven, because cleaning it off of that foil or throwing that foil away, it's a whole lot easier than cleaning it out of the bottom of the oven. So we're almost there. That one slipped in. I hope this made sense to you. I hope it was simple. You just have to kind of think about it while you're going. But like I say, once you've done it a couple of times, you don't have any problems at all. We're going to this is just an egg. We're going to egg wash the top. Already got it stirred up really good. Get you a little pastry brush or whatever you use. This one's a silicone brush. I like that because I stick it in the dishwasher. I've got some other pastry ones that are the regular hairs, but it seems like sometimes I'll find a hair that's come out of it. And really all this is going to do for us, it will help brown that crust up, but I mean it's going to be in the oven for a long time, so there's no way it can't be brown. We're going to stick a little sugar on top. That'll help it to glisten. Sugar on top gives it a little bit of a crunch too. That will be delicious. Okay, I think I've got just about all of it. Let's get us just a little bit of sugar. I thought about doing cinnamon sugar. I made an apple pie the other day and I did cinnamon sugar on top, but clearly I'm not just getting the lattice. But there's not enough sugar that's really going to change anything. Okay. This is going to go in a 425 degree oven for 25 minutes. Then I'm going to drop the temperature down to 375 and let it cook for an additional 30 to 35 minutes. So, we'll see you back here in about an hour. I just want you to take a look at it because clearly I won't be able to cut it probably tonight. It's already 5 o'clock. So, but I do want you to see it when it comes out of the oven because it's beautiful. So anyway, hope you have a good evening. We will see you in about an hour. Welcome back. I am going to take this bubbling hot blueberry pie out of the oven. Oh my heavens. Well, I'm glad I put that on a pan. Look how that bubbled up. I did not expect that to do that. So, good thing I had it on a pan. But it smells heavenly. You know what? This is one of those things that may not be perfect. It will taste delicious. And this will settle down too. So let me go over the recipe. Super simple. We did it all together. The only thing we didn't do together was the hour that the blueberries have to set in the sugar. 4 cups of fresh blueberries. I don't think you'd want to try to use frozen. I think they'd be a little too runny. So stick with the fresh. They're everywhere right now and they're delicious. So your 4 cups of blueberries go in a cup of sugar for an hour. At the end of that hour, you add 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1/4 a teaspoon cinnamon, a pinch of nutmeg, and a pinch of salt. And you just mix that all together with your berries. Put your berries in a bottom shell. You know, this is Pillsbury pie crust. I think it's really good. So, but if you make your own, absolutely. Probably even better. But this is delicious. All we did once we got that pie filling in was our lattice crust. And look how pretty that is. You know, I have made a blueberry pie before and I used the solid crust and it just didn't get, it was too moist on the inside. The juice didn't have a way out, I guess. I don't know, but it wasn't pretty and it wasn't good. Looked good, but it tasted good. 25 minutes at 425 and then 30 to 35 minutes at 375. This I did for 35 minutes. But that's it. Blueberry pie. It was simple and it's going to be delicious. Get you a little ice cream to go on that. Be pretty good. I hope you'll try it and I hope you love it. And I hope you don't have any trouble with that crust. But we will see you again real soon.